Alright guys, welcome back, whichever it may be for you. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to AFK retrieve the data. Now I know there's been a few ways to do this in the past, and I'm sure there's a few different ways you could do it now, but I'll go ahead and show you guys the way I do it most often. I will be doing this 160 mission solo, and it does have wall weakening. Before we get started though, from now on with every single Fortnite video that I make, I will start doing giveaways. So the first person to comment retrieve the data in this video will get 1,000 God Roll 144 traps. With that said, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and let's just go ahead and hop into it. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is go ahead and find the data. The easiest way to do that is just to look up in the sky and find the balloon. Once you see where it's landing at, go ahead and head there. Once you get there, go ahead and make sure that there are no husks around the area. Go ahead and take them all out if there are any. And any trees or rocks or cars that are in the way, go ahead and destroy those as well. Alright, once that is done, just go ahead and box up your data like you normally would. And basically what you want to do is go ahead and add another box that's facing the spawns. So I see that they're all spawning from the east side, southeast, northeast, just the east in general. So I'm going to go ahead and build my extra box on that side. Once that is done, surround it in floors and go ahead and edit them all. Alright, so now basically what you want to do is go ahead and surround the new box that you built in front of the data with pyramids, and then just edit those to make one giant pyramid. This way it'll make the husks just walk up and into the box. You don't have to upgrade the floors that are under there, but you do gotta upgrade the walls because they will be smacking those. And I do like to put these little edited pieces here so they can't walk under. Alright, this little wall here is not necessary, but sometimes a husk will glitch up here, so I'll just like to put that wall to prevent that from happening, and then I'll just put my base on the opposite side on that tile. From this point on, all you gotta do is put your little edited walls all around the base, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so you do want to put a floor at the bottom of the box. You could either edit two corners out and make it into a diagonal piece so the husk will smack the floor and not just the walls. Or you could just leave it flat and use a trap on it. Preferably the freeze trap, but that's kind of up to you. I prefer the floor method, the edited floor. But for this mission, I'm just going to test out the ice trap since it is wall weakening. I just want to see if that does any better. From this point on, you just upgrade the base and keep it going. Alright, so if you are going to keep the floor unedited, go ahead and place a freeze trap like I said earlier, and then go ahead and use the sound wall. These wall lights are not necessary. All you really need on this build is the sound wall. Alright, so then you'll just go ahead and place your base on this side, and the build is pretty much complete. I would like to go ahead and box myself up though, so I'll just go ahead and extend this one out, not just build around me. That way I'll just stand in here out of the husk's way, and then just let them do what they want to do. You go ahead and start it. I do like to put a healing trap on the opposite side of the wall that they are hitting. Mine is the wall spikes that has healing on it, so I'll just go ahead and place one of those and then box it up. Alright, sometimes you have a few husks that have trouble getting in the box because there's just so many in there. So you can just go ahead and place a decoy down there, and typically they'll follow the decoy and just walk in slowly like you see there. If you do have a few that are just walking around the base or smacking another wall, it's fine because a few husks on one wall really won't do anything. So just make sure that you get a majority of them in there. If you have a few outside, it's fine. Also, I do like to have the slow field and the banner on this build. You know, that way the slow field just slows them down, they attack slower. And the banner is just in case the wall gets too low, you could go ahead and place your banner, heals it back up, and gives it additional health. Alright, so I like to actively heal my walls alongside with the base since I am using Hotfix or Hazard in my support. He does heal walls faster when I personally repair them. But with that said, one more time, I do like to recommend that you use the edited floor piece instead of the floor freeze trap. The diagonal piece just makes it so the husks that walk in there will also have to hit the floor alongside with the wall, so it just makes it so they can't, you don't have as many husks smacking the same piece. That way it doesn't break as fast, or at all really, because the base will just keep healing itself. Alright, so for those of you that want to copy my build, this is pretty much what I use all the time for my AFK builds. You can swap the commander and support around a little bit, but typically that's what I use. I don't really recommend using anything else. From what I know, there really isn't much in the game besides what I have in support that's actually useful. But I like the main Nox, so I always have him in commander slot, and you can just put the Ice King and base Kyle in support. If you want to main those, you can, but it's up to you. Okay, you do not have to put these wall launchers here. I'm just kind of testing things out and messing around with it. Those wall launchers are not necessary. All you need, again, is just the sound wall. And maybe the healing trap on the opposite side on higher missions. But again, the only thing that's mandatory is that sound wall. All the other traps I'm placing is really just for shits and giggles. Alright, so real quick, let's just go over some giveaway details since we're waiting. So the first person to comment will go ahead and get those 1,000 traps. With that said though, I do actually see who's the first comment. I know YouTube's a little slow, and sometimes you'll comment and think that you're first, but realistically somebody else commented before you. I do have the app so I can see who actually messaged first. With that said, I'll just go ahead and respond to the first comment, and I'll just get a hold of you that way. With all of that out the way, I will mention the giveaways will change pretty often. It won't always be traps. A majority of the time it will be Sunbeam, because that is what I have the most of a majority of the time. But with that said, if I do have something else in my bag or storage, I'll just go ahead and give that away as well. Now, a majority of the time when you're doing builds like this and AFKing missions, the boss will not spawn, but for whatever reason he did spawn this time. There has been plenty of missions I've done where the mini boss never shows up, but I guess if I might have accidentally killed one, and if you do end up killing a husk, it will cause other things to spawn, including the mini boss. So I do recommend not killing a single thing. Just let everything stay alive and stay in the box. I'm not gonna go ahead and try to kill this mini boss. I'm just gonna leave him. It's not a smasher, so it's not really a big deal. I don't think he will really do anything. With that said though, the mini bosses do not always spawn, and if they do, it's usually towards the end, and it's usually not a big deal anyway. The mini boss is in there, he is doing more damage, but that's exactly why we have the banner and the slow field. Alright, so I spoke too soon. There is a level 250 smasher in there. I must have killed something with the banner by accident, or he must have just been close by and I didn't spot him. Now I do kind of want to kill that smasher, but I just know it's no point doing it. One, there's too many things in that box with it, and two, the mission is almost over. But even with that smasher and mini boss in this box, it just shows how strong this build actually is. You see the walls are still holding up, they're not breaking out of it. And even with one player, it's still definitely doable, even in the highest level missions. With that said, I do recommend that you use at least 2 people, preferably base Kyle and power base Nox. If you have those 2, it's perfect. If you have a third person, let him use the Ice King, and then it's overkill. With all that said, I do hope you guys enjoy the video. I will show you guys how to AFK the evac mission on the next one, and I'll see you guys there.